This episode was so sad. It was so sad. Komugi, will you hold my hand? I'll never go anywhere. I'll always be here. This was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. This was like a very emotional episode. We really got a chance to see Miriam's character develop, and honestly, I actually felt sorry for him. But we'll get into all of that. Let's start the review. So we start this episode off with an overview of the palace. We see the king transforming his inn into particles. He was trying to locate Komugi, but he found Palm instead. So Palm is hiding in a closet in some random house. So the king just wants to get straight to business. He's like, just tell me what I have to do to see Komugi. So Palm is just in the closet freaking out. She's thinking he knows exactly what our plan is, which was to hide Komugi until he dies. Miriam says that Palm has nothing to fear. He just wants Komugi. He has no desire to destroy humanity. The battle is over. Palm is completely shocked, and she just has no idea what to do. She doesn't believe Miriam at all. The king repeats himself. He only wants Komugi. The battle is over. So the king explains to Palm that he felt her nin and he understands that he's about to die. He has been poisoned, and all he wants to do is spend his remaining time with Komugi. So Palm comes out of the closet. She's upset. She's confused. She doesn't believe Miriam. Palm is thinking, how can someone like you, a person who is powerful, a person who has killed so many people, just admit defeat and start caring about people? I don't believe this. I don't believe that you've changed. But at the same exact time, Palm is thinking he has to be telling the truth. He has no reason to lie. He is super powerful. He's damn near omnipotent. So like, he has no reason to lie. He's so powerful, but he has no reason to stoop down to this level of deception. So he has to be telling the truth. Miriam basically says that he has changed. He's not the same person he used to be, and he doesn't have much time left. Palm says that I know exactly where Komugi is, but if you want to find out that information, you have to torture me first. You have to torture the information out of me. And I think she just did that to test Miriam to see if he actually changed or not. So Miriam says that that is not an option. Your aura is so strong and beautiful. Basically, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to kill you. All I can do is ask you for your help. Then Miriam gets down on one knee, and he's basically begging at this point. So Palm finally believes Miriam. At this point, she really has no choice. He's on one knee. She tells Miriam Komugi's location on the condition that he allows her to use her power to observe their final moments together. So after that scene, we see a shot of Palm crying. She's just thinking how she let down Kahlua, but at the same time, she's thinking that the king has changed. Like, she believes the king. First of all, he's on one knee, and he's practically begging you. So he has to be telling the truth at this point. So in the next scene, we transition to an overview of the millions of hypnotized citizens outside the palace, and we see different shots of them. And then we zoom in into a close-up of Poof's dead body. Poof is just laying there in like a puddle of his own blood, like, with tears coming down his eyes. He's like... So after that, we see Miriam. He's inside the warehouse. He's taking Komugi outside of the crate. He's like, wake up, let's play. In the next scene, we see a huge fleet of Hunter Association aircrafts flying towards the palace, and a newscaster talking about the incidents that happened inside the country. Most of the information that the newscaster was saying was like misinformation, wrong information, or just a flat out cover up. We cut to a scene with Meruem on the phone with Beans. They are talking about what happened inside the country, what happened with Netero. Can Palm really be trusted to verify the king's death? Bean talks about how she was captured by the Khmer ants and converted. So is she an enemy, or like what should our position be with her? Because she was an enemy at one point, and you know, well, she was an ally at one point, and then she was an enemy, and now she's an ally. So Beans is like confused about that whole situation. Meruem just goes off on Beans about professionalism. He talks about how he trusts his partners. He's risking his life out on the field while other people are in offices in safe locations, just sitting back doing nothing. So Beans is like, whatever, you're gonna have to explain all this in detail. So he hangs up. Beans gets up and opens up a safe and pulls out a CD. The CD contains a video of Netero resigning as chairman of the Hunter Association. The video was shown online and around all the cities and countries. Netero was given instructions for choosing his successor, but the narrator explains that the other news stories in the government-ran media overshadowed it, so only a few people realized how important the video was. We switch over to a scene with Supreme Leader Diego, the real Diego. Please stand up. Diego is just chilling, relaxing on a porch on some farm, just enjoying his retirement. He's talking about some philosophy crap or whatever. So I'm assuming that the Diego that we thought was real was actually like a figurehead, or was just, I don't know, a double or something like that. So in the next scene, Palm walks out towards the Calgo, crying, she's sad, and she says it's over. And I guess we can assume at this point that Miriam and Komugi are dead. So as we transition onward, we see a scene with Komugi and the king Miriam. They're playing Gunji. And I guess you can assume that this scene is like a flashback before Palm approached a Calgo. So Miriam and Komugi are playing Gunji. As they are talking and playing, we learned quite a few different things about both characters. Miriam really opens up to Komugi in this last scene. So Miriam is talking to Komugi. He explains that he felt like he was unworthy of the Royal Guard's loyalty. Later on in the conversation, Miriam reveals his real name to Komugi. Komugi uses the honorific title of Sama, Miriam-sama, to refer to Miriam, but he doesn't like that. Still, she insists on using it, so they make a deal. Miriam says that if I win, you will drop the Sama, the honorific title, and Komugi says that if I win, we have to play another game. So as they play their game, Komugi is just so happy, so overwhelmed with happiness and joy that she starts to cry. Miriam reveals to Komugi that he has been poisoned and he is slowly dying. He also tells Komugi that she shouldn't stay around him too long because she might become infected with the poison as well. And then we had that sad but touching moment when Miriam was like, all I want to do is spend my remaining time with you. So Miriam's words really touched Komugi, and she was basically like, look, I don't care, I want to finish playing the game. I don't care if I die from this. I was born for this moment. I'm going to spend my time with you, no matter if it means me dying, or I don't care. I'm going to spend my time with you. So after the credits finish, we get to see Miriam's last moments, Miriam's last words. We go back to Komugi and Miriam still playing the game. Komugi wins. Miriam explains that he has never won a single game. So Miriam and Komugi start to talk as they play the game. So they go back and forth, back and forth. Komugi will make a move and Miriam will ask, are you still there? Are you still alive? Miriam says that he is tired and he wants to take a short nap. He asks Komugi to hold his hand and says, will you stay by my side until I wake up? Komugi says, I will always be here. So in Miriam's last words, he asks Komugi to call him by his name one last time. Komugi says, good night, Miriam. I'll be joining you soon. And then we end the episode. This was a really great episode. I really enjoyed it. It felt like a movie. It almost felt like a movie. It felt like a combination of a movie and like a soap opera, but it was really good. The character development was really decent. Honestly, I'm confused about how I feel about Miriam, because at one point I hated him. I mean, he was going around killing innocent people. He was this evil bastard that we all hated. But he made this transition onto humanity. He became more human. He developed emotions and feelings. And it's like, I actually felt sorry for him. I really did. Seeing Miriam at his weakest point, seeing him dying with Komugi, I really felt sad. I never thought about it, but Miriam was actually in love with Komugi. All of the stuff he did, he bowed, he got on one knee, he begged Palm to see Komugi. To me, that last scene really confirmed that Miriam loved Komugi, where he was like, can you hold my hand until I wake up? Can you stay here with me until I wake up? So this concludes the Chimera Ant arc. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Tell me your thoughts about the episode. See you next time.